one I have, which is 18, I think. Oh no, we got the US carrier at some point. Which is 20. So, hooray! Turn radius 6, which is actually really, really good. 5,000 endurance, which is really good. 70,000 weight limit, which is insane. And 7 system slots. A broadside of 8 guns firing from this ship will fire over 56 tons of steel and explosives. That's a lot of weight in stuff. I'm shooting at things. Just saying. It's quite a lot. We need a launcher and an elevator. Do we need an elevator? Yeah, we may as well get an elevator. It doesn't really matter where those are put, so just slap them in the back. Now this thing can't use, like, main guns of any massive size. It can use AGS, wherever those are, high velocity. But I don't have enough to make that viable. I mean, I could just put, like, all of these AGS on it and just have it auto-fire all the time. We could try that. They don't have much range, though. The other alternative for this thing is missiles. Vertical launch missiles, specifically. Or optical/high-tech weapons, which can be put on anything. Like a new crab laser, which is an underwater weapon. You can put that crab on your submarine, fire lasers at people. You know, lasers. I think we have a cat beam somewhere in here. Oh, no, we don't. But none of these do substantial damage per shot. So, they're not really all that good. And that's just a cannon. Literally just a cannon. Does 20 damage if you hit something, which is highly unlikely that you hit something. You have a turkey casserole? God. And you can't put large wave guns on this either. I think you can only fit large wave guns on battle carriers or battleships. An 80 centimeter shell next to a T-34-85. That is quite large. Yeah, that's pretty big. That's bigger than the tank. That's substantially bigger than the tank. Good heavens, that's big. I didn't think they were that large. Like, we could deck this thing out with cruise missiles. Or cluster SSM or any of that, but they're not vertical launch. Problem is, vertical launch does garbage damage. Where's the ship at? There it is. 500 per missile. I could pair that with an Aegis system. They'll have 16 rounds. Let's go crazy. Let's put cruise missiles on this thing. It's a super carrier, darn it. It deserves a bunch of cruise missiles. How many is that? 10 cruise missiles. That's all it's gonna get. 10 cruise missiles. That is its entirety of its main weapon. GG. Everyone else. Also, how not to build a carrier. Put things on the deck. Spoiler, it's not in the best interest of the carrier. Is that enough? That's probably enough. What could they use that on? The 80 centimeter thing? Moomin said it was used on the railguns. Otherwise known as guns on railways. So that's a thing. And then we'll just fill the other side with a bunch of these doodads. This boat! It is so large! Good heavens. No, seriously, this boat's really big. You'll see just quite how large it is once we get into the dock. It is the definition of a super carrier. You know what I just did? I just put all those on the same one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I copied from that group, which didn't help me any. I need to make a new group. And again, I split these because it gives them more ammunition. Railgun usually means a gun on a rail. Can I put them on the front there? I can, but it looks silly, so I'm not going to. Because when I build ships, I go all about aesthetics, except for the fact that there's missile launchers on the deck of my carrier. How many is that? Not quite enough, so we will put some up here on the front. 4, what's that get me up to? As long as it's 90k, we're good. And that's all we can put on there, so we're not going to quite get 90k. Railgun, magnetic propulsion. Technically true, yes. Interestingly, railguns are currently not exactly mobile, so they're not exactly useful quite yet. Firing delay, because it's the best thing ever. With an auto reload, we still don't have a high level auto reload, which is incredibly surprising because I thought you would have got it by now already. But I guess we didn't. Age of system, auto countermeasures, and then everything else is defense. Actually, electronic targeting too, I forgot about that. So many systems. We don't need no electromagnetic guns, don't be silly. Defense, EM shield beta, and then steering. That one system, where is it at? This one. I believe that is what I want. A little bit of armor. We can't do armor until we have engine bits in. We could do armor when we have engine bits in. And I should do combined. You do get a slight bonus to efficiency when it's combined, I think. Basically, you get a bonus to efficiency when it's, like, why do I only have one? When it's next to a propulsion source, you get a little bit of a bonus. It's not really all that much, though. Especially since you can't always put all of them next to things like that. 66.2 knots, currently. That's going to go down when I fit armor on it. You can fit some crazy... I can fit 80 centimeters of armor on this carrier. I'm not sure about that. I mean, it's 102,000 tons of armor. Is the plating weight, but you have the armor rating. And I think that's 850 millimeters of armor on the side deck, I think is what the measurement's in. But the problem with that is if you watch the weight, the speed, it goes down quite a lot. I mean, it will be really hard to kill. I guess I could stick more engine bits on it. But then the problem with that is it's going to increase the vital point area to the point where it becomes pretty much pointless to have that level of armor. Yeah. Actually makes me slightly slower to do that. What about this? 59.7? $70 knots? And we'll go 61. And I don't have viable, like, useful aircraft for this, sadly. I have a Gray Ghost. Because they just don't do enough damage. I need duck planes, or at least halberds, but I don't have many halberds yet. I've also forgotten what plane is good. I have so many planes. BF-109s. Every variation of BF-109s. I have literally forgotten which plane is good. I could slap some halberds on there. Let's slap some halberds on there. We can fit 20, or sorry, 30, so 15 UFO ones, you know how that works. But then bombers, I don't think I have any halberds researched. No, I have a halberd, but I also think those are broken. Spoiler. What about you? You're really weak. What about you, B1 Lancer? 1,500-pound bomb. You're probably gonna miss that like no one's business. I need someone really fast with guided bombs. What about you? You don't have guided bombs. You? Nope. None of the fast ones are gonna have guided bombs. No, none of the fast ones have guided bombs. God dang it. I mean, I could slap a bunch of these on there. Oops. And I think I have a few attack helicopters as well, as unviable as those are. Yeah. You know, they got airship missiles, hooray, but their endurance is terrible. Terrible endurance. They'll die, like, instantaneously. What else can I use? I can use one of these, because sure, although I think it's broken. I can use XSBs. Do I have anything else that has a limited quantity? No. So let's throw some of these on there then. How many can I fit? 10. I'll put 8. And then support helicopters. Because I like support helicopters. Like chin hooks. Should I do 2 chin hooks? 1 chin hook? 1 chin hook. And then an anti-sub helicopter. Because I've decided not to put anti-submarine technology on this thing for whatever reasons. I'm not entirely sure why, but I haven't. And that would be the carrier until we get duck planes. This thing's big. Like, I'm pretty sure it's larger than a battleship kind of big. Still can't fit most battleship guns on it, but you know. It's there. It's got a lot of deck space. It's got 5 cruise missile launchers and a bajillion of those just sitting on the deck because logic. You could live on that thing. You could put a whole city on it. And it's got the pointy thing on the front, which I'm not sure what that's about. I think that's an elevator. But it doesn't actually act as an elevator, so it's irrelevant. But I think that's an elevator. To get planes from under the deck up top. It's Death Star of the Seas. It's really bad, and I'll go ahead and go into a battle and just kind of show why it's bad. Didn't even name it. And it's because the planes are garbage, so... Don't question me, just do it. Put missiles on it. If we had better planes, I would certainly be more willing to use this. Because it's not a bad boat, all things considered. It's really maneuverable. It's got a lot of weight on it. Weight capacity. Why are the guns on the runway? Because I can put them there and it doesn't affect the planes. If we were on EL1, this thing would be essentially unkillable. Because the planes alone would kill everything. This thing turns really well. I don't, you know, physics, but, you know, whatever. Go, UFOs, go! Hooray. They're all gonna die, and then I'm gonna fire all my cruise missiles simultaneously and then be out of ammo. The reason I wanted guided bombs, by the way, is because fast planes like this will drop the bomb nowhere near the target. It's really quite silly. I just fired 4 cruise missiles. That's a bit much, I think. Yeah, that was a bit much. It was so much, in fact, it didn't even play the explosion animation. Let's fire 2 more. I shouldn't be anywhere near these people firing cruise missiles. Explosions. It's not even playing the explosion animation. I know I'm out of ammunition. Oh wait, there's ammo back there. Quickly! Man waver. I just blew up most of that fleet. There's an explosion animation. It played one. Hooray. Have a cruise missile. Cruise missiles are all well and good and they reload fast and all that, but, you know, they just don't have the ammunition to sustain this kind of fire. If you can keep getting ammo for it, though, all is well and good. There's a chin hook over there. Chin hook, what are you doing? That is not a place for you, chin hook. Your face is out of ammunition. What exactly is a cruise missile? It's basically a small nuke, yeah. It's possible I could actually do missions with this thing if I just put more cruise missiles on it. Or if I get really lucky with ammo drops, which seems to be happening. Also, Dat chin hook is pulling a sweet landing maneuver. I'm pretty sure he's trying to land. It's non-nuclear, yeah, but it's really very powerful. This is Battleship Sagami. Apparently we're trespassing. Interestingly, cruise missiles in this game don't actually have very good range. It's quite bizarre. I'm not sure why, but they don't. Instructor, what art thou doing? And because we've taken the non-Japanese path, Sir Instructor Man here is actually on the enemy side, which is interesting. It does pretty dramatically change some of the missions. Who'da thunk? You know, I've got like cruise missiles exploding in the background and a chin hook trying to land. Can we speed this conversation up any? Indeed. Winglets. Also, apparently the radar spinning is one of the animations that the game doesn't pause. Doesn't pause weather effects, turret rotation, or apparently your radar disc thing spinning. I just noticed that. That radar disc does not care for your time.
Enemy reinforcements spotted. Main objective updated.
Hello, I require ammunition, so I'm just gonna kind of waddle over here. Pick up a bunch of stuff. I can't shoot when I'm really close to people. Is kind of a problem, but I'm fast enough that it shouldn't be too much of an issue. As I can just get away from it, because you'll kill yourself doing that.
Enemy aircraft carrier.
You'll also kill your own missiles doing that too, which is a thing I've done myself fairly often. What? You were trying to shoot at an enemy? You went and blow up your own missile, right? Get those missiles off before I get a reload box, ammo box, whatever. There's boats next to me. Hello. What's going on here? Oh, they have lock-on blocking. Lock-on jamming. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Oh, you paused, eh? Don't even care. And here is one of the main issues. What are they shooting at? Is there a friendly fleet here? No? They're shooting at my UFOs, I think. Because I can't lock onto them, I just kind of have to fire a missile and hope it hits.
Can't lock on.
Yes, I know I can't lock on. Shut up. Although it appears to be firing multiple missiles anyway, and kind of sort of locking on. Keeps blowing up my own missiles, though. I don't approve of that. Please stop blowing up my own missiles, TY. Luckily, because it's a cruise missile, often I can get away with not actually hitting things. Why is there no nuke launcher? Because again, it would be a bit silly. I would really like if my missiles would hit the thing I was shooting at. What's my objective? Sink the flagship. Where's the flagship at? We'll just go over there and sink that. Because why not? I believe there's a system you can put on to avoid some of that lock-on jamming. Are the Japanese shooting at each other? Or are they just accidentally hitting each other? I think they're shooting at each other. I'm not sure what's going on.
Can't lock on.
Either way, I can't lock onto anything. Yamashiro. Excuse me, have any of you seen my friend's boat that I need to blow up, apparently?
Enemy ship sunk.
Explosions. I can only launch 5 missiles at a time, by the way, if you're
Enemy
curious.
ship sunk.
Not that it matters, I only have 10.
Out of ammunition.
I know I'm out of ammunition, thank you.
Enemy ship sunk. Enemy battleship sunk.
Which one of you is the leader? Gosh darn it. That's all I want is to find the leader. But no, you people have to come in here with your nonsense, shooting at things.
Light damage.
Oh, target's over here. I think you can also blow up your own planes with cruise missiles.
Enemy
In fact, I may have, because I only have 13 planes left, so that's a possibility.
battleship sunk. Enemy
I don't know, I haven't been paying attention though.
out of ammunition.
I win!
Battleship sunk.
You're darn right, I've gotten stronger. Like he took off his hat. The only time the man's not wearing his hat is when he's dying. No! Why would I take care of them? I'm launching cruise missiles around like it's candy. 89cm cannon that fires stone balls. That's a pretty big cannon with pretty big balls. I'm not done picking stuff up, game. We're not going to use this boat yet, by the way. I mean, it's obviously fully possible to use it. In fact, it might be better to use it without an Aegis system. And just give it a couple more cruise missiles for, or some ammo things, in fact, would probably be better than more cruise missiles.
Gone.
That was maybe a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Withdraw before it hits the ground and blows me
Mission
up
complete.
quickly.
Now, let's leave the area.
I'm pretty sure I could survive at least one of those, maybe not 2. I'm not sure though. Wikipedia/Za cannon, Za cannon, whatever. Cannon of Zaz. Pull yourself together, man. I wish that was voice acted. Pull yourself together, man. We don't have time for this. Play a mission at around where you are in the story with a ship full of cruise missiles. I more or less did. Excuse me. Put it up. Put up what? YF-23 Grey Ghost. I think I already had one of those. Eagle class, don't care. Silver Swan, 3rd class, I do care about. Cruise missiles only? It'd be basically the same thing I just did. Except I wouldn't have any anti-air. Yep. We're actually closing in on the end here. It's entirely possible I'll finish this playthrough today if I am quick here. Because we're not far from the end. Let's check R&D to see if we got anything new with this increase in our rank. 2 unknown. Something up. What damage does this do? 1500, 1600 dispersion. Problem is I think it's worse than this. Yeah, it's much worse than that. Oh wait, that's caliber. What's the dispersion? 1350. I think it has more dispersion. I don't know. I mean, we may as well research it. Maybe I'll slap it on the boat and see what kind of damage it does. Rapid, don't care. Launchers? Any new launchers? No missiles, some torpedoes. There's the sonar. GD. Let's speed all this up because I have a bajillion funds that I'm not using on anything. Maybe we can get 7 barrels of fun. We can get 7 barrels of fun. Not that I'm even using that torpedo, but whatever. Anti-mine torpedo. I don't remember where the supersonic torpedoes actually are on the research tree. Dat bomb. Dat bomb, yo. What else here? Plasma, researching. I could speed that up. There's magnetic pulse guns, which there's no reason to really research, but whatever. New boats. Mini destroyer. What does this unlock? Small destroyer. What? Why? 1800 maximum load. A single 80 centimeter cannon would almost max this thing out. Not that you can fit those on there, but whatever. I'm curious what these unlock. Twin hull destroyer, special cruiser. I actually like the twin hull destroyer. And you know what? Let's blow even more money speeding this up. Why not? Twin hull cruiser. Not bad. Costs 600,000 to speed it up. Small battleship, which I won't speed up, because I'm never going to use it anyway. And it doesn't unlock anything. Nothing down there. Not enough anything to do any of that. Structures, don't care. Aircraft? Unknown. An unknown bomber. The halberd. Now I have infinite halberd 2s. If only the massive blast bomb actually worked. I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything. I don't even know if it launches the bombs. I just know it doesn't do anything. So it's not exactly useful. And that's all we got. Systems? EM. And the Enigma I'm researching. Look how much it costs to speed those up, by the way. Almost all of my money. This game does, in fact, have an impressive tech tree. Also has that, which I forgot about. You can also see this. We have 70% of every item researched. So, you know, that's a thing. It's the depth charges. Does it act like a depth charge? Because that would explain why it doesn't do any damage. Because depth charges don't explode until they're underwater, but it doesn't attack submarines. It's not anti-sub. It just doesn't do anything. To battle? To battle. We will take the Soul Ripper, probably. Oh wait, I wanted to see what kind of damage output we could get on those smaller guns. Because we can stack them 3 high. Remember when it was dropping depth charges on our ship? Oh, that's true. You're right. I forgot about that. So let's just straight up replace these with... So these max out at 3840, 160, 1100. 40, 160. So more damage, less dispersion, same reload, less ammunition. This weighs less though, and I can stack more of them. So let's see what I can do here. Because it will allow me to hold more guns. What am I stuck on here? Is it this? Yes. You know what, just go in the center. I don't really care what you do, ram missile, just... Here, I'll give you some friends in the center as well. There you go. Limit on parts exceeded. Let's get rid of 2 of those then. Who's leaving? Sargon's leaving? Bye, Sargon. Adios, amigos. Oops. Because we needed those 2 extra for the guns, and now we have that many guns, but now we're overweight. Now we're not. Fantastic design choice, me. Can I move them over more? I could. Why? Oh, to see if they'll spin? I just think it won't spin at all if they're side by side. I think it's just a thing it's designed as. We'll investigate though, so. Excuse me. How far over can this front one go? There. And of course we're going to have the vertical launch system underneath my gun barrels, because that's an intelligent thing to do. That's definitely enough space for the barrel